Welcome to the Valt podcast. I am Robert, your usual co-host, joined by the other three co-hosts.
What's up,
DJ,
everybody?
Joe,
Sean.
Hello, Joe. How's it going?
Vijay, good evening.
We spent the last couple hours putting together the rest of our furniture for the set here.
Yeah,
Which is kind of fun.
This will be a kind of an ongoing project, so you'll see changes and everything as these videos progress. I think it'll be pretty cool. So you kind of see, as we grow, you grow with us.
Yeah.
So it'll be cool.
And we'd like to let you guys see the screen we're looking at too, which is providing us really nice, clean light. Because it's all of our notes for what we're going to talk about. So, Joe, what do we got for Valt News?
Yeah, so the Airborne launch party is happening next weekend. By this point, you have heard about it. It's like 95% filled. So if you haven't heard about
really
it,
quick.
yeah, please sign up because we'd love to have you there. It's in Petaluma. It's a little bit far, but it'll be a really good time. DJ, food, drinks, music, the lot.
Cool space. Like
Yeah.
I said before, they hired museum lighters for this, like museum lighting specialists for the space, and
Yeah.
they got a really nice bar. It's done well.
Yeah.
Maybe even some nice cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you can, come up there early, man. Take a nice drive.
Yeah.
Some great back roads in Petaluma and all throughout.
That whole area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, big time. Directly after Airborne, the next day, there's a Sundays in Solano. Swing by if you're not hungover or tired. That'll be good. That's not much more I could say about that. Sundays Solano is always a good time, so
Yep.
that'll be good. Stay tuned for the holiday party info. That's kind of in the works right now. We're planning it. We're still kind of bouncing around some dates, but it'll be mid-December. Well before any of your holiday plans, probably. So that'll be cool. And also, if you're liking this new style, we're going to be starting to invite guests soon, maybe in like a couple months. So if you want to be a co-host during this podcast, during this kind of
segment,
theme, message us so we can get you on the calendar for 2024.
Yeah, if you're a person that finds yourself on Facebook Marketplace with every spare moment of your day, or even once a day, which I think is most of us, looking at cars or other goods, I feel like that's a fun conversation to share what you found.
Yeah,
Yes.
so, it'll be a good time. And yeah, so definitely reach out to us.
We got a new category today, special news.
Yeah, so special news. It's not really
Special.
Vault. It's not Vault news. It's not current events. But VJ was published in Speed Hunters
Hell yeah.
for the Bridge 7.
And Kevin.
Cool, man.
With Kevin's photography.
Yeah.
Yep, our friend Kevin.
So if you want to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, what do we say? Kevin attended the Bridge 7 event earlier this year. It's supposed to be one of the most exclusive premier Concourse style event.
It is really
it's on-
next level from
Yeah.
what I've seen in the photos
is-
and the space and everything. It looks
Yeah, and you have to
incredible.
have an invite to get into.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super exclusive. It's like the Monterey Car Week or the Pebble Beach equivalent of the East Coast.
But way,
happens on
way more exclusive. Right?
Yeah, yeah. And
There's
it
no
happens
such
on
thing as
Long
a
Island.
spectator there.
Yeah, you can't buy a ticket.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah.
It happens on Long Island, part of that area. And it's invite only, and it's like a garden party style event where they stage exclusively selected between 150 and 200 cars. And this year they also had a lot of exclusive new reveals. They had special spotlights like the Quail had at Car Week. And although part of the event got cancelled due to difficult weather conditions, they still managed to put together an amazing show over the entire weekend. And yeah, Kevin got good pictures. I wrote the story, and it's live on Speed Hunters. You can go check it out. It's on the front page of the
Are we
website.
thinking of publishing that on Vault? Is there a non-compete with Speed Hunters? Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, we should check.
I know I had talked with you guys about putting it
Yeah.
on Vault. It's
Yeah.
not. It wouldn't hurt to get it on Vault.
Yeah, if it's photos, definitely, yeah, you can have it.
Yeah.
It's Kevin's photos.
Cool.
Yeah. So along the lines of the exclusive stuff, I was lucky enough to go to something called the Legends of Motorsports.
Oh, dude, this is crazy.
Which is-
I wish you had VJ or Kevin there to take photos.
Yeah, because I wanted to post about it.
I bet they have an NDA or
I
something.
wish that we were all Joe's real friends and got the invites.
Bro,
Well, next year I'll be
Ali,
able to.
you know what Ali told me at Julian Thompson's wedding last weekend? He could have brought 3 more people.
Oh my god! Like I said, I wish we were Joe's real friends.
Yeah, I didn't actually know the
Dude, the
scope
networking
of the
value
situation.
of that event has got to be like
It was
one of the
crazy.
highest ROI things you can go to.
Yeah, I met the amount of people I met at that event was insane. But
Not to say
basically-
that should be your single biggest motivator, but it would most certainly be mine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Seriously.
so like for like a general like gist of the event, Legends of Motorsports is essentially a rally, a lunch, and a dinner. The whole event is hosted by Bruce Meyer and Bill Harlan, who owns a lot of different wineries in the Napa Valley Reserve. For those who aren't aware of what the Napa Valley Reserve is, it's like an invite-only club where you have to pay like $180,000 just to get into the club. People like Mark Zuckerberg and like
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant when he was around are like members of this club. So it's really really highly selective, and the Legends of Motorsports is also selective.
Something like half of the world's 250 GTOs were there last year.
The first
Nice.
one, the first one ever was 250 GTO themed. 23
Themed.
of 23 of the 37 250 GTOs.
It's like one of our posters, except for if every single version, every single car that was
Yeah.
ever made of that poster came.
It's all there.
So that's the kind of caliber event this was.
Well, how did you get it, dude?
Well, I'm personal friends and of Bill Harlan, the wine guy.
Oh, okay.
And also he's one of my clients for D-Town.
Oh, okay, cool.
I mentioned Valt.
What did
to
he
them.
bring?
He brought like 4 different cars. He brought a Gullwing with a V8 swap in it.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
A pre-war Bentley. He drove.
Oh, cool.
He was driving a pre-war Bentley.
One of the big
among-
body Bentleys.
Yeah, among other cars. All of them are high value,
Yeah,
of course.
sounded crazy.
Yeah. So I
Joe
didn't-
was for context. Joe was texting us throughout the J in like
utter
a
disbelief.
panic.
Yeah.
Like, guys, you won't believe this.
Yeah. Well, so I mentioned to them.
And BCR designed the route map.
yeah, I'm not sure
Oh,
if that's
really?
supposed to. I'm not sure if that's public,
Nice.
so I might have to cut that out.
I don't care. We know.
Yeah, but anyway, it was cool. But yeah, so I didn't really know what to expect when I show up. I'm in my M5 and I see like one of the prototypes of the McLaren F1.
Yeah.
all these like
Prototypes.
price. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
one of the was the number
Crazy.
4
Like, is it like XP4?
XP4.
Yeah. Wow.
Um,
Amazing.
Who?
Wait, was XP4
No, XP1. XP1
Gordon
has
Murray's?
100. No,
Which is Gordon Murray's? Was that the
XP1
one?
maybe.
Okay.
XP1 has 100,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
So this was XP4. It was all over the side of the car.
I know Gordon Murray drove the shit out of his on public roads when he had one of.
Yeah.
He owned one of the prototypes.
And
for years.
this guy pushed it. Was on the rally with us. Was
Yeah.
driving the car. He owns Sonoma Raceway among other other
so
racetracks.
cool.
Dude was crazy.
Yeah,
he
Gordon Murray
looked
had
super
to
scary.
Sell his F1 because he couldn't afford to keep it. Maybe insurance and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Crazy.
stuff like that was there. Like the typical. Like there was Gullwings. There were 300 SL Roadsters. The lot. The cars were not as
Just
impressive
basic,
as the people.
Yeah.
Like Bruce Canepa was there. Like I was saying, Bruce Meyer was there. Scott Pruitt was there, which is like a Le Mans driver,
Yeah,
7-time or 5-time Daytona 500 winner. What's his name?
Does he
Richard
have
Petty
a
was there.
Rolex Daytona?
Yeah.
I'm sure he has a
how
lot of them.
That's how I met him because I didn't know who the hell Scott Pruitt was. I was sitting next to him at the dinner, and he randomly, actually, Ali randomly,
And he was like, kids these days.
Ali complimented his watch and said, "Oh, my husband's into watches," and he was like, "I have a lot of these," and because he was kind of like,
yeah.
and he,
Oh
he-
yeah, I'm rich.
no, he told me he was a Rolex ambassador.
You can't buy it. You can't buy it. You have to, the only way to get a Rolex
Yeah.
Daytona is to win the Rolex.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you could buy Rolex Daytonas. You just can't buy that specific
Yeah,
Daytona.
that edition.
But so he has 5 of them. But he's a Rolex ambassador, and so I was like, "What's it take to be a Rolex ambassador?" And he looked at me like I was dumb.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, I won 6 of them," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." So anyway, so stuff like that.
It sounds like the kind of event where you just have to like go into every conversation, like giving off the vibe that you already know the person you're talking to is incredibly established and
they all were.
accomplished. And
They all
yeah.
were.
It's
I
like
felt
you just
like-
have to
I felt-
basically be like, wow, like it's amazing to meet
Yeah.
you. And then
Yeah.
like maybe 0.5% of the time you're wrong, but you're probably never wrong.
And everything that you refer to has to be small potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was just part of the. I mean,
You don't
like,
talk about your own life.
Yeah, exactly. You don't.
Small
You just-
potatoes.
You just chat with them.
Yeah, small potato.
But in terms of the route, it was a pretty standard Napa route. We've all done this route. The last time we were in Napa on a Vault drive, the identical route we did was this route.
Yeah.
So that was cool. We went to Sonoma Raceway. It was completely shut down. We did, parade laps, which were really slow, but they were still fun. Nonetheless, the food was amazing. The wine was clearly insane. 'Cause
Unbelievable,
These
yeah.
bottles of wine are like $10,000. So
Yeah.
clear it was like a different level of wine
Yeah,
that I've
yeah,
tasted
yeah.
in my life.
Yeah.
And the people, like, a lot of the times when you're at these venues with the people, like Richard Petty and Bruce Canepa and all these people, when you go up to talk to them, like, they're like kind of
Standoffish.
but here, like, they all assume that
You're on their level.
you're with them.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was able to have like an hour and a half conversation with Bruce Canepa about, because he brought a 500E
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I brought the E28. So we were talking about our cars a whole bunch, and he remembered me from Vault and all that stuff. So that was really cool.
Yeah, he was saying, did you see that, Chet? Bruce remembered coming to one of our events, and he remembered the car he brought to the event.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that was
he
fun.
remembers that.
That was definitely fun. A lot of bathroom line conversations
You're
with
welcome,
people.
Bruce.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So, like, to keep it short, it was kind of an unbelievable event, and don't be surprised if you see some Vault stuff with the Napa Valley Reserve coming pretty soon, because I think a lot of people liked us. So
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool, man.
That
What a
was-
poll,
Congratulations,
Joe.
bro.
Lot
Joe
of
with
fun.
the biggest poll of the year by
Yes.
far.
This was an unbelievable experience. It was.
Yeah.
It really felt surreal, and I'll definitely have you guys come next year,
Nice.
because I
Fucking
didn't
awesome,
want to
yeah.
like be too pushy with.
Yeah, no, it
Dude.
makes a lot of sense. You don't want to.
If you're this impressed on a car event, you know it's something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know the last time I went to anything car related and enjoyed myself.
This thing was like.
That's a true statement.
This thing didn't make any sense. Like, I was super sick this weekend,
Yeah.
just trying to survive, and I'm like, I have to go to this.
Yeah,
It needs to
oh,
happen.
absolutely.
So I did it, and it worked out, and hopefully
That's
no one
awesome.
died in the process. But
That is actually kind of like the opportunity of a lifetime for.
yeah, it worked
for-
out. I mean, like,
it's awesome.
now I'm talking to all these people like all the time now, so it was just
Yeah,
cool.
that's amazing.
So now we'll go into what's happening in the world. I actually heard about what I'm not sure. Did VJ, you put this on the notes today?
Yep.
I heard about this on the way to the podcast today. But I guess Cruise, the self-driving company that you see around San Francisco with their little
Chevy Bolts
Chevy Bolts,
owned by GM.
Oh, their license is
lost their
getting
self-driving
revoked?
license.
Yeah.
And VJ, you
What
can talk about
happened?
this. VJ can talk about this a little bit.
Yeah, so electric cars with modern technology. So we have both good news and bad news for them. So we'll start with the bad news one, where the Cruise self-driving company owned by GM, they have Chevy Bolts going all around town and San Francisco. And a couple of weeks ago, I don't know exact date when it happened, but what happened was a random car on the road hit a pedestrian. That pedestrian was flung onto the path of one of the self-driving Cruise cars. And the Cruise car braked heavily, but still ended up hitting the pedestrian. And then what happened after this was the reason they got cancelled. The pedestrian was hit by the Cruise car, and then instead of immediately stopping it, the car had the woman underneath it. It dragged the woman for 20 feet on the road before deciding to pull over and stop driving. So when
This
DMV
sounds like one of those like freak scenarios where, when you talk about self-driving vehicles and everybody's like, well, what happens if this thing happens in this very specific thing? And everybody's like,
like a
well, that
human-
never happens. And
like even a drunk human would know if they hit some person
Yeah,
they're under the car.
Unless they're
but this
really
just did
blitzed.
not have the sensors to pick it up.
Yeah.
So like what happened was like when DMV found out about this and they tried to interrogate Cruise, what they mentioned was a woman was flung into a path after she was hit by some other car.
Yeah.
Then the car immediately braked and pulled over. They did not mention the part where the car dragged the woman
her.
for 20 feet before pulling over. So when
Yikes.
DMV found out that they were withholding information, they immediately revoked the license until further notice. So right now they've stopped their service without drivers, but they can still run it with safety drivers in the car.
Wow.
So yeah, that's a big blow for self-driving. While Waymo, which is Google's company, they're doing much better. They're still running their Jaguar I-Pace electric cars without drivers.
Yeah.
You still see
You
them
see those
all
all
around.
over
Yeah.
the place,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yep,
I think what happened is they misrepresented like the safety technology.
Oh yeah.
to the-
Oh,
to
like
the-
Another bombshell news that came
Yeah.
out the next day after they lost the license. New York Times reported that every 2.5 to 5 miles of driving for these cruise driverless cars, a human has to intervene to press a button for the car to
and
do.
it wasn't actually happening.
Yeah, they never said that, but like every 3 to 5 miles, 2.5 to 5 miles, the car stops, and in case it encounters a situation, and it sends a report to a human person somewhere, sitting somewhere else, and they have to press yes, okay to proceed for the car to continue. So it's not true self-driving. They've been having human assistance
Yeah.
remotely.
But you were saying they misrepresented the amount of like safety.
Yes.
Yep,
Mhm.
that's what pissed off the DMV.
Yeah.
Instead
and
of
it makes
showing
sense when
everything.
you lie
That's
to a
understandable.
government organization and they find
Yeah,
out that
yeah.
you lied. It's
Yeah.
like,
That cruise might not exist for much longer.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Yeah, but
That's not good.
yeah, I mean, Waymo's still doing okay.
Yeah, well, they didn't hit a human and get dragged across the street and then lie to the DMV.
That's
So,
scary.
Camisa verdict on the Sapphire.
Yeah, the good news for modern stuff, electric car, is Camisa drove the new Lucid Sapphire, which has been in development for more than a year. So this is the tri-motor version of the Lucid Air with 1,2,3,4 horsepower,
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
1,234 horsepower.
That's good.
Yeah,
The best handling. He actually called
called
it the best
it-
handling passenger car ever made.
that has ever been made. He called
That's
it the best
impressive.
handling car.
Incredible. That
Wow.
means something. Like if I
To
saw
him.
if I saw that headline from like almost any other journalist, I'd be like, okay, well, Lucid's paying them. Like obviously, like this is a stunt. But if you hear Jason say that, I feel like it probably is that
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, so he said he drove it like 11 tenths, a car that weighs 5,200 pounds.
That's incredible.
He drove it 11 tenths at Sonoma Raceway with doing Scandi flicks
Yeah.
in the middle of like a corner with just
Yeah,
10
yeah,
feet
yeah.
away from concrete walls.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he felt comfortable doing it, like in an electric car.
That's insane.
Yeah. And he was pulling like consistent 1.8 to 1.90 to 60s. on
Just
the-
like
on
a
the-
Porsche.
On the drag strips.
Oh wow. Without like any heating issues or anything.
It didn't need battery prep. Like the Tesla Plaid needs prep for the
Yeah,
battery.
right,
Well,
right.
I mean,
It
it makes
needs
sense.
SOC to be a certain level, the battery charge. This was at like 60 to 80%.
We're
And it
just
kept-
happy doing it.
He did 10 times in a row, 1.9 seconds, 0 to 60.
Wow,
miles.
Lucid.
If
They
Lucid
keep-
can survive through the economic downturn,
Yeah.
It's gonna be
a
like
really good
it's
car.
gonna be
Exactly.
like the
Yeah. I mean, I know
They're-
they're struggling. Like their most recent market numbers, they're like not producing as many cars as they want to be
it's
producing.
tough when they're like when their technology and their actual product is this good, but they're
And they're-
struggling
yeah.
to perform. I mean,
The
it's
quality is there,
a lot of
yeah.
it is like a market issue.
Yeah.
And their
like,
average price
that's
is
what-
$100,000.
That's what Kameza said. Like he keeps telling the CEO and the engineers, like, you guys are one, you've made the best engineered modern car ever made. Now get to work and make that mass market SUV.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
They have to. They
Make a
absolutely
fucking
have to.
crossover.
Yeah,
They have
just
to,
sell
and it needs to
stuff.
be like $50,000
Because
Yeah.
the Sapphire, you won't believe it, is $250,000.
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
yeah. And-
Well,
and,
but if
you
it's
know,
the best, if it is actually the best handling passenger car ever made, it deserves to be 250,000.
Yeah, and 500-mile range.
I mean, 200. What else? What other sedans are in
but
that
once
price range?
once you're in
Like
that,
Turbo
that
S.
segment for
Yeah.
a car, I mean, you're
Nothing
buying
else.
a car off status.
Yeah,
And unfortunately, I think
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
too new.
yeah, to be
and
meaning
too
anything.
unknown to
unless you
have
live in
that.
the Bay Area.
their lease
Unless
deals are
you're in the
great.
Bay Area.
Their
Yeah.
lease deals for the base models are great. They're like $600 a month.
One of my neighbors
But
has
there's
a like
deposit, right?
a suit, one of
Down
the
payment.
long range ones in that launch spec red, like one of the really like
Wine red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My neighbor has one. They just street park it and they run a extension cord from their garage
Yeah.
across the
crazy.
crosswalk.
You're probably getting like 3 miles a night.
But I'm like, you spent like $190,000 on this car and you didn't get like
that's
a
crazy.
charger for it.
They're really good cars. I hope to see them in like in a few years.
Yeah,
You
Yeah,
know,
they're incredibly engineered. by
Oh,
engineers.
that's another thing is they Lucid reached out to us and wants to stage a couple cars and have some salespeople out at the Airborne event.
Nice.
So we're gonna try to organize that and get that.
And I think we'll be involved a lot in the future in 2024 also.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah.
we've been working on that for a long time.
Yeah,
So-
that has been a long haul.
Yeah,
So
one,
stay tuned for that.
one good analogy that Kamisa mentioned on that podcast was that Lucid is doing right now what Mercedes did in the 1980s
Mm.
when they had no holds barred development budgets, when
Yeah,
their budgets
yep,
were
yep.
like orders of magnitude more than even BMW.
Right, right,
So they just built incredibly good, well-engineered, over-engineered products,
right.
which cemented their legacy as, engineered.
So if
like
they can
nothing else.
survive that in the first like
Yeah, I
10
mean,
years.
unfortunately, in today's market, like
Yeah.
that business model is really hard to sustain because
Right.
everyone's going
Yep.
through cars like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, if you look at the Mercedes build quality from the '80s, like unmatched by anyone.
They're
of
living on
time.
that
So-
brand legacy even now.
So I hope it works because
Yeah,
if
they are.
if it works, then that's going to reinvigorate the entire car economy.
Like, he said like Lucid is now what Mercedes, Porsche, Jaguar, and Lexus is combined into one, something like that. Yeah.
Crazy. Wow, that is
That's
like extraordinarily high praise for
Yep.
somebody like Jason to,
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
get.
he compared it to the Model S Plaid, saying the Plaid costs only $90,000 and it can still do a 2-second 0 to 60.
Right.
But he called the Plaid a Hellcat, while the
Yeah.
Lucid Air is a GT3 RS.
Yeah, yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe
Makes
it.
sense.
Cool.
Yep, so that's news.
Well, you also have. You're not done yet. We have racing news with DJ.
Yeah, real
What's your
quick
other news?
with the racing news.
Yeah.
First, we start with the F1 news. So, yeah, as usual, Max Verstappen has been breaking
next.
more records.
next.
So he's got a new kind of record, which has stood since 1950s. So Alberto Ascari of Ferrari, he won 6 out of 8 races in a season in the 1950s. So that was like 72% or something.
Yeah.
Max has won more than 80% of the races this season.
Wow.
Wow.
Not Red Bull, Max alone.
That's crazy.
And Max alone has won the Constructors' Championship. Like Mercedes combined cannot beat Max.
That's
Both
crazy.
drivers combined.
Yeah, that's
That's
crazy.
still have a domination. He won the Constructors' Championship with 2 races left. And another exciting thing that happened at the Brazilian Grand Prix last weekend was for the fight for the 3rd place, where Alonso and Perez were fighting, and Alonso managed to win by margin of
0.05.
half a tenth of a second.
Was it
At
it
the
that close of a
finish line.
finish?
Yeah, it
too?
was a photo finish.
It was a photo
Wow.
finish.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's insane.
500ths of a second.
Wow.
Right.
Okay, we're on to the Las Vegas GP.
No.
Or no,
We
Toyota.
have World Endurance Championship news. Toyota has been dominating again, except for the crown of the championship, which is the 24 Hours of Le Mans. They lost that race, but won every other race. So Ferrari won the 24 Hours of Le Mans, but Toyota won every other race in the championship. And they're the World Endurance champions for like, I don't know how many years in a row.
Speaking of
12.
Toyotas, I had a dream the other day that I got in Uber and it was a GR Corolla. And it was the best Uber
That's
ride
sick.
I've ever had.
Joe recently ordered a GR Corolla because of a connection he made at that.
I haven't ordered one. I have
A non-ADM.
ambassador-
You have a non-ADM offer, right?
I have an ambassador reaching out to the corporate team to get me a MSRP offer to buy to like get one. So
You
it's
get
like
two?
not official.
Which means you're gonna do it and flip it
I
immediately.
could probably, if I actually do this, I could probably
on
connect
back
him
days.
and get you one.
yeah, put it on
Put it
bat
on
immediately.
the next day.
Oh yeah, no, I'm probably not
Buy
doing it.
4, put 3 on bat, keep the last one with your margins.
Yeah, because like I'm kind of turned off with what VJ has talked about it because it's gonna be a daily driver. So yeah, we can talk about that later. But
Anyway,
like,
okay.
yeah,
The last of the racing news, Las Vegas GP.
Yeah, we've been bad-mouthing the Las Vegas GP, so we'll continue doing that. So what you
The lowest temperature in F1 history.
yeah, it's gonna run at like 39 Fahrenheit,
Wow.
which is
the turbos will be happy.
Yeah.
quite a bit lower than the temperatures. The
Maybe
biggest
not that
problem
happy,
is
but yeah.
the biggest problem is
Tires?
the tire temperature,
Yeah.
which is like the trickiest to maintain in the current
Right.
Interesting.
generation of Pirelli tires.
Right.
So we're expecting like a 20 car pileup at the turn 1.
Oh, I
at the start.
can't wait for the Las Vegas GP to be canceled.
Yeah, it's gonna be like
Nothing
real
would make me
sketchy.
happier than Las Vegas as
What
an
do they
entire
have?
city
They
closing
have it,
down.
like, for- what is it? 3 to 5 years with a 10-year expansion or something like that?
The Las Vegas GP contract with
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something
There's
like
been
that.
like hush talks that they've not even sold 25% of those expensive
Great.
Tickets.
Great. I
That
hope
makes
Las
sense.
Vegas goes bankrupt.
Yeah. Anyway, we
And
wish them
EPAs
good
in
luck.
Oakland.
We wish them good luck.
That's you're asking too much, bro.
It's safe to say there won't be a Vault tent at the Las Vegas GP.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I won't be there at least.
Yeah. And
There's partners here, so if you guys want it, I'll see past.
yeah. In local news, we have the Velocity Invitational event coming up this weekend at Sonoma, and Vault will be there covering as well. So it's going to be exciting. There's going to
Vault.
be a lot of amazing.
VJ will be there.
It's going to be a lot of amazing McLaren race cars from the 80s, the F1 stuff. You'll have new reveals. You'll have a new Ford GT version reveal as well.
Some F1 drivers will be there too.
Yeah, there's going to be some guy named Lando Norris at the event if you want to see
Who?
him as well. So.
Kidding.
Some
Yeah.
guy wears orange a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Thank
Some
you. That
Twitch
helps.
streamer named Lando Norris.
Some Twitch streamer.
Yeah, he's a Twitch streamer.
Is he actually?
Yeah, he streams his gaming stuff.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun. Well, that is the news. some long piece of news today, but it's all
Racing
interesting.
heritage. How do we link this together? As racing heritage might suggest, we have Joe's first pick, which is a car that's built on racing heritage.
The Dodge.
I thought it was an E36.
At first, so
The
first,
Dodge?
My market. So I have two of them. One of them is bonus because I think it's stupid. But the first one is from Cars and Bids. Click on the first link. The first link. No, don't click on that one.
No,
That one.
I'll do what I want.
Man.
Oh, you did this because the Ram Charger just got released, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I saw
Really?
this car and I thought it
Just
was
happened to
so
coincide.
interesting looking
Yeah, it is.
because it's from 1993, right? So it's a
That's
1993
freaking cool.
Dodge.
But it doesn't
Ram-
look
Ram-
like 93. It looks like
yeah,
83.
exactly. So it's Dodge Ram Charger from 1993.
Is that a real plate?
No.
No.
And I just think it's crazy that this car looks so much different than like
So
the
cool.
GMC or Chevy of the time because like
Yeah,
my,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
like you know that my
Same
dad's
platform, right?
No, I don't know. But I have no idea.
Looks
But,
like, is it a Blazer platform? Is it an OJ Blazer platform?
That's what it looks like, right?
but the thing looks awesome, and it just got me thinking like how cool it would be to just be cruising around in one of these.
They're not the same platform. I'm an idiot. Sorry, I forgot that you were talking about your dad's Chevy.
Yeah, and which is also from 1993.
Yeah.
And this looks so much more.
I love
like,
these windows. Doesn't
iconic and like cowboy, like kind of
Yeah.
wealthy.
doesn't oh no is he a Bronco?
No, it's just basic.
Doesn't
Chevy.
no doesn't Musto have?
Yeah.
Does he have a Bronco or does he have a Dodge Ram Charger?
I think it's a Ford.
Oh, it's a Ford. Okay.
Is
But
this
I just
actually-
love these windows.
Is
These
this
wrap
model
over-
actually called a Ram Charger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a historic name for them. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is such a cool car. I mean, I don't, I'm not a truck guy, but I needed to. I feel like I needed.
No,
to
it's really cool.
Yeah, it's
it's
like
really
the
cool.
fender flares in the back. It's like so cool. It's such a cool looking truck that.
And the amount of I bet the visibility with these rear windows.
I mean, like this car looks so much like subsidized farmer. Like I have
Yeah.
a huge
Yeah.
ranch. I've killed 300 cows today.
like Yellowstone, like the TV
Yeah,
show
like,
Yellowstone.
big ass ram on the hood. Just
Yeah.
like I don't give a shit about any.
Was
any
that
Canyon Sport.
Is that hood ornament factory OEM?
I hope it is.
I would not be surprised. I bet it is.
But anyway, that's my marketplace find. While I was
Oh, look! It has a rear. It has a rear.
Air
Vent.
exit. Yeah.
interesting. Yes, it's a cool car. But anyway,
I like the wheels.
What a find!
CTX exhaust.
Yeah, I do
yeah,
too.
super sweet. I wonder how much it is actually. How much is it going for right now? I know it closes in like tomorrow.
I'm
or-
waiting for interior.
950.
Look at
Interior
that! Look at that! Look at that interior.
Awesome.
money.
It's so cool.
It's
like
in such good
money.
shape. Is
Yeah.
that
We
What
need that.
material is
we
that?
need that for the podcast.
fabric.
chairs.
It's just
Yeah,
big
okay, so
couch
fabric.
fabric. You know?
I thought for some reason it was denim.
So for those listening only to the audio, it's red over like an orangey beige
Tan kind
tan, like iconic.
Not quite saddle, but
durable
not quite
fabric,
tan.
durable fabric with some vinyl. A
Decent
lot of
bolster. Look
lot
at
of
the bol-
vacuum
Look at the bolstering.
stripes.
Bolstering's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a very comfortable car. It's probably
Respect
very
for the
good.
vacuum stripes.
Yeah, a lot,
Yeah,
like
dude,
a little
they
bit too
went
many vacuum stripes. I
Hard
think
on that. I thought it was actually like a that was the
like
fabric.
the detailer went too hard.
Yeah, you're
on
like,
this.
look, I vacuumed. Look, no, really, I vacuumed.
And there's lines all over the place. There's like every 90-degree angle you think of, it's there. So that's
a little bit overexposed
AutoZone
in almost
floor
every
mats.
photo, but that's fine.
AutoZone rubber floor mats. It's like kind of everything with this car.
Wow, what a cool car.
But anyway, so that's my real marketplace
It's not a
find.
car, it's a
It's
twill.
currently at $17,800, and it closes in.
Oh, it's got a day left?
Yeah, so I think
Wow.
which it's worth it. It's probably worth 30.
Yeah.
But so that brings us into another one. Don't click on this link. I just want people to guess.
Can I give a Valt tip of the day?
Yeah, go for
For
it.
anybody out there that's selling a car, if you're serious about selling your car, take some serious photographs.
Yeah.
Pay somebody, get some photographs.
Yeah,
done.
it is
makes
really
such a difference.
You pay like if you hire like a top market photographer, you'll be at like $1,200 to $1,500. If you pay a mid market photographer, you're at like $500 to $700, and like especially if you're selling on an auction platform.
yes.
I mean that is the you could add like
10%.
you could add 10 to 20% or more. I mean
10%
if
for
it's
period.
a really special car, you will add probably 10%.
Yeah, you will definitely add 10%.
And you could add even more if your hero shots and everything are really nice. Yeah,
Totally.
it's a very in some ways undervalued.
Yeah.
That car, like the truck looked great, but think
Yeah.
about how much better it would look.
Yeah, and
Well
that was
portrayed.
that was probably like a mid low market, like just simple like product photos,
Yeah.
but not like artistically shot. If they hired like Kevin or something for this, they would be at an amazing location and it would look amazing.
You may not want to sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this
They weren't
car-
that bad. They weren't that bad. They were good. They were good enough.
My next
The interior shots were actually nice.
Yeah.
My next marketplace find is more of a bonus trivia for people because Frank and I were talking about this. Frank's been on the podcast 3 times, I think.
Yeah.
He works kind of part-time at a donation service, and he had this E36 M3 with 306,000 miles donated, and he was prepping the car for sale, for this donation company. And it's kind of, the way he described it to me, it wasn't like the best example in the world. The photos definitely are great, and they hide a lot of things.
Yeah, present the car well and hide a lot
So,
of things.
What do you think this car went for? E36 M3 black on black, 306,000 miles. Just guess what it went for. No reserve, cars and bids.
10.
10.
Yeah, I was going to
Black.
say like 14.
14.
I don't know. The E36 market is crazy right now.
I'm gonna.
Probably 20, really, but
I'd say 21.
No.
21. Okay, well, all of you guys. It went for 11.
oh, yeah,
but the
14.
car-
I thought 14 was high.
300,000
I
mile,
said 10.
a 300,000 mile M3 goes for like $7,000, like $5,000 to $6,000.
Yeah.
So like that, this thing, it was just so shocking to me that this went for so much money.
Yeah. I mean,
you
yeah,
know.
I would not. I guess it must have been a bit off between two Mike Otatis of the world, or Joe
really-
Otatis of the world,
just
where
really
they're like,
wanted an
I
M3.
know this thing is going to be running well at this point if it's running,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And I want to experience a
Some
M3,
dings.
and I don't want to have to pay the new premium for
yeah.
M3s. You know.
Yeah. Some dings and everything. I mean, it's probably like an okay car, but like,
I mean, like if I saw this thing driving around on the road, I'd be like, cool, it's an M3.
yeah.
It needs
Yeah.
to be purple.
I thought it was going to go like a shocking price because these things have been going
That was shocking to
absolutely
me.
completely stupid.
Yeah. At
Yeah.
that mileage, that
Yeah.
seemed shocking to me.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
mean,
why
it's,
went.
I mean, if it has if the suspension has been updated or refreshed or
I
anything
think it's
like that,
totally stock, and it's
engine.
probably.
You don't think
it's
anything's
probably
been touched?
It's most likely been donated for a reason. You know?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I think.
It does look really low, actually.
A lot of.
Look at how low it is.
Ton of them.
Yeah, and look.
Either
look at-
that's
look at
really
this picture.
se-
You look
I-
at this
yeah,
picture.
yeah. Look
Look
at
at
this
that
is
middle. Look at that middle
bad.
section. Look at all those like scratches
Swirls and dings.
sandy
Yeah.
marks and stuff. I'm like, this car's been repainted at some
Repainted,
point.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's.
But also look at how low it is. That either means it's like super settled on its suspension, or it has some other.
who knows? But I
That
thought it
looks
was
way
shocking.
too low to me in the rear.
I thought it was a shocking price,
Like,
but
lower than
you know,
that,
happy
that's
for
fine.
the donation. Company.
Yeah, it's lower than
I do like
Sean's
the wheels.
E36, which is like a track
Those are
car.
just M contour wheels.
Yeah, that's
those
true.
are the stock wheels. For,
I like
for
those
a lot
a
of
lot.
cars.
Yeah, rust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy for the donation company.
This is a $5,000 car.
Yeah, it's
they
like
probably
five.
gave him like 3 or 4 for the car when
They
they,
probably gave him like
donated it.
$1,000 for the car.
Yeah.
But
The interior of these things are not that good. This is
No.
when they were using
They
all
just
that
come off in your hand.
biodegradable stuff. It
The
just-
the
it just
doors
falls apart.
when
door
you
kit-
pull
the
the
door
door
panels.
card shut, the door card will pull off the door.
the car does that too. But you just you have a good
The car
one.
recycles
You know?
itself.
yeah.
It's
You don't have to.
It's biodegradable.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about taking it to the trash.
Yeah, but these are great cars. I mean, like I'm sure the person who buys it will only be spending a few $1,000s on getting it good. And
I
then
would drive it until it explodes.
keep it forever, just drive it forever.
Track
but
it.
anyway,
Track it.
that was the bonus review that everyone thought was not as impressive as me. So we'll go into
Yeah, I mean,
Robert's.
11 sounds crazy to me, but I also just feel like I've been seeing such unbelievable numbers in E36s lately.
It's true. Yeah.
If it were Facebook Marketplace and it sold for 11, that would be shocking
Yeah.
to me. So I have already given you guys the heads up about this, and this is a car that Joe's already seen on Facebook Marketplace. But for me, it's kind of just shocking that this thing even exists. Anybody that's not watching this on video, it's a 75 280S. What is it? A
W116.
W116 with a LS3.
The vehicle is paid off. It's 75, bro.
Better be paid off. And they're
Smog
only
exempt.
they're only asking $20,000, which if
That's
you're
insane.
if you're buying a 280, if you're buying a 116, you probably buy the damn car for $5,000.
Why are there only 3 pixels in the photo?
Yeah. So these cars are cheap as hell. Anyway, I mean, right? What do they go like 5 to 15 for like a not that great
Even
one, and
the
then like 20 for an
6.9,
immaculate one?
like top of the barrel 6.9s are going for like 50. you
Yeah.
know?
So like a
This is
280.
the lowest.
So like a 280 should be like 5 to 15.
the lowest spec,
Right.
like the one that you don't want because it's super slow and it's
Yeah.
not.
So it's the
I'm pretty
perfect
sure
one to
it's-
put an LS in.
Pretty sure it's carbureted still at this point.
Yeah.
I'm not sure actually.
It's
That
a
that's
turbo
the case,
LS.
but-
76 is is the end of the smog exemption, right? Or is it 73?
Yeah, 75.
So-
So this might be smog exempt.
This is smog exempt. This is the last year of smog exemption.
So
he got lucky
anyway,
there.
I actually, if I could buy this car for like 12 to 15, I would absolutely daily the 1,000.
Oh,
I would daily the shit out of this car. I will sell my Volvo if I could daily this car. 'Cause
I'm
it
sure
would
it's
be
really nice to drive.
So hilariously fun, and it
Yeah.
actually looks like
Looks
for
okay.
what it is,
Looks
for what
okay.
they did to this thing. I'm shocked. I thought it would
looks
be
straight.
like
It's a cool
no
brown color.
paint.
It has no bumpers.
And they
so
have their
it's,
hoods, so you just have to cut out a little exhaust
circle
or
thing.
turbo.
It's a 75. It's paid off, and it's only been driven 300 miles. So yeah, it sounds legit.
A little
But-
bit of
I mean, but like
interior
if you
issue.
look at the work on the engine build, it is pretty impressive.
Okay, I see that. Yeah.
And I don't know, I'm impressed by it. So I would.
It's
love
an
to see
interesting
this thing.
swap. That is definitely sure.
It's definitely like a fever dream meth head swap. Like
yeah. It
somebody
sounded like he had a 116 without an engine, and
and,
he had a
and,
motor.
and he had an LS3.
He's like,
yeah,
put 'em together.
Yeah, he's
Will
like,
the
well,
hood
what?
not fit? Will the hood not
Yeah,
fit?
so he has to make a cutout for the hood
because of
to
that
fit
exhaust.
because of
Turbo?
the exhaust.
Yeah, it's because of that turbo exhaust.
or
right
wastegate.
like a
Whatever it
honeycomb.
is.
Yeah, exactly.
there. Yeah.
So anyway, I actually would love to own this car if it weren't about to be a recession. Yeah, that's my first choice. And of course, I sent this to the group chat, and Joe immediately responded and said, "I already saw this car
Yeah.
because
I
it's
saw
a
it
Mercedes."
like a few hours.
Because it's a
I
Mercedes.
get bored. Yeah.
So my other car is a little bit more in line with if it'll open. Hello. A little bit more in line with the Ram Charger Joe shared earlier.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm kind of
Is this a house?
like interested in the van life thing. Not really. I don't think I ever want to do that. I don't want to live in a van. But a cushy way to do it is to get a sketchy ass Dodge Ram
Is it
van
built out of wood or something?
with a bunch of
98,000 miles.
velour.
It looks like it's made out of plywood.
Yeah,
This
the
honestly
roof-
might be like a good deal if it's like nice outside.
$5,500,
Oh my.
dude. It's like this.
But it has 98,000 miles. If that's real, that's
Yeah.
like you
I'm
could
pretty
so
sure
buy
that-
and
I'm
flip it.
sure it's a rollback.
I'm sure that there are kids tucked away in the
Yeah,
panels.
Look at those windows. Oh my god.
there's 3 kids under this floorboard.
It's like floor to ceiling
But
windows
look,
almost.
even they look at the detailer. Even hit it with a little bit. Oh no, that's wood.
That's wood. That's wood. That's wood.
That's wood.
It's made out of wood.
There are
Anyway,
no carpet lines there.
$5,500 for this thing, I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a living room right
It
there.
looks like the
Mystery machine.
mystery machine. Thank you. Yeah. But look at the
How many
front.
cup holders it has.
4 cup holders right here. There's probably more. I
There's
bet this
a-
is like the bulkhead.
Yeah.
This is like the engine right here.
it might be like the transmission or something.
Yeah.
It probably gets so hot right
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
that's cool.
It's but,
4
like, look
cup
at, like,
holders.
the
look at
shag
the
roof.
cup holder.
there. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
so
I
many of
know.
them.
Shag roof.
That's
Come
definitely
on.
a factory.
Cup holder.
So cool.
The
You
installation's
can,
probably
you can
amazing.
fit 4 big gulps in that
Yeah.
cup holder.
I actually, yeah, this thing's cool. I could replace the Volvo with this. We could haul stuff all over the place. You know, this could be the art car for next year at Car Week.
Oh yeah. yeah.
I used to wanna find
I'd
that.
rather not pay it.
I'd rather not. Okay. Do you want us to go to VJ? Or you got your thing ready?
What? Well, I mean, mine
Oh.
is a little different this week
Why'd you send me a screenshot?
because I was giving you my.
Oh, was there no
my pick.
photo of the object?
Scroll up.
Just hang on a minute.
Scroll up.
'cause I have to explain.
Okay, so we're
So-
on to Sean's here. It's
it's
a person.
yeah.
Her name's Susie Elizabeth Lloyd.
So again, it's a little bit different.
That's a
My needs have
human,
changed.
Sean.
So I've been trying to find like a television.
Oh, so you're like off,
primarily,
you're like off cars now?
I'm a little off
just
cars
TVs
right now.
on.
I've got a few, but I needed a
Needs a
television.
goddamn
Yeah.
TV.
With this, with the economy right now, it's
Yeah.
a little bit of a setback.
So you're gonna invest in a TV?
I need a TV. So
you
I
can
hit
just
up.
take it free from Walmart.
I hit up my
right?
girl Susie, and I saw that she had put up this nice black 32-inch Insignia TV.
What's the price?
So I'm like, this is perfect. It's good. It's good. Well, we were negotiating and we were going back and forth on the price, and I said, you know what? I need to see pictures of it first before I agree to it. And she was like, oh, I'll send you a picture of the TV. I'm like, great. And I sent you a picture of the TV. You can pull it up.
Oh my. No.
So it was perfect, but it was unfortunate because by the time she got back to me, and she had sold it. So if anybody out there, 32-inch TV Insignia, just know that I'm looking for one, bro. Just know that I'm looking for one.
What's wrong with your UI, bro? SOLD.
We can't share that photo.
TV, bro.
That was on her Facebook listing.
TV.
Oh, I know.
Sorry, Susie. I'm
There's
sorry we
a
couldn't.
meme
Sorry we
page-
couldn't make it work this
There's a
week.
meme page called "People Selling Mirrors."
Yeah. That's exactly what I thought when he said photo of the TV.
Yeah.
Oh, Sean.
I
Good find. I think it's a good
digress.
find. At that price, great find.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Reasonable.
It won't get you to work and back, but it'll do just about everything else. Okay, VJ, what did you find this week? I just can't wait to see what VJ is
I don't know what I
dragging
found.
in this week.
What is the cat dragon?
VJ with his
What is this?
crackhead finds.
What is like a $1,500 meter made car? Like runs.
That's
and-
actually what it is.
Let's see. We bought this car in 2015 to make a mobile food cart. The project never happened, and it's been sitting.
I don't think anybody buying a
happened.
meter-made car with a plan to turn it into a food cart is ever going to turn it into a food cart.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Why did that not work?
You know what I would love to do is like put some Remy Gaillard skits together where you pretend to be an actual meter maid in one of these, and you just put like insane like $12,000 parking tickets on people's windshields, and like there's a QR code on it, and it sends it like to a UNICEF donation or something like that.
Can you
And then you sue UNICEF
Scroll.
for embezzling money.
The vehicle starts and runs just fine. Tires should likely be replaced as they've been sitting for a long time. A helmet
is
is required to
required
drive it. We have a certificate of non-operation filed with the DMV. Okay.
VJ, what is it? What would everybody offer for this car? Just out of the desire to experience one of them.
I mean, people hate this thing, obviously, because it gives them tickets.
$45.
It gives them tickets.
Yeah, no, I mean this is like one of the most triggering things I see on the road every day.
It looks like a Cybertruck. I don't know. Not gonna lie.
It actually does, yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like a mini Cybertruck. $45.
About 40, yeah, 45.
I'd go into like 115.
Yeah, I think it's probably a $45 experience.
one part.
No, $115.
Okay.
Hey, yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
I don't know. I'd get it just to punch myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get
I would
myself
love to
tickets,
drive
that's fine.
around on the street when I want to get a parking spot.
Yeah.
And
That's
like
true.
you pull up next to cars and you just kind of stop next to each one and see who comes out to move their car, and then you just
Yeah.
take their shit.
Yeah. And if you have a passenger, just carry a high visibility jacket with you.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like this has got to be a hack. If you want to get into an event,
Yeah.
Oh,
just
man.
pull up to the gate with a high vis. Oh, sorry, I got to be in there. I don't know. Billy hired me, you know?
I love the wheels, turbine wheels.
Yeah, they are cool wheels.
Turbine. Yeah.
Okay,
Where
what
the
was-
girls at?
We have a bubble.
this is basically the same car.
It's a woo.
It's a Daewoo. It's a Daewoo.
Daewoo. So this car has
Oh, it's
the
another $1,500.
things you didn't know. This car shared interiors with a 996 911.
Did it actually have interior parts?
No, the joke is that 996 started with the Daewoo interiors.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got like Civic lights on it.
Yeah, it's EG.
70,000
lights.
miles. No miles.
I'd buy this.
Very
Okay,
clean.
what's
Oh, it
everybody?
needs-
What's
needs-
everybody's?
needs
What's
timing
everybody's
belt.
high offer for this?
It needs a timing belt, so it won't run. So it's
It
worth
needs a timing belt.
$0.
Not running because it needs a timing belt. So is it? Is it like a catastrophic
destroyed.
failure
Yeah,
because
it's
the
probably
timing
broken,
belt
yeah.
snapped?
It's most likely an interference engine, right? It's not running.
But it's shaped like a friend. Friend.
Yeah, it's a blobby.
It's giving friend.
You want to help it, but you also like he's too far gone to help.
It's shaped like a friend.
Respect to
Keep going.
Daewoo, like
Full
in the
gas.
2000s. Like, dude, they were fucking making like microwaves.
It's like Mitsubishi.
996 interiors.
Yeah, they're contracted by Porsche.
And cars. I mean, come on.
It's a manual. Come on.
They
come
were a
on,
powerhouse.
Come on.
They're
Oh,
killing
what is it?
it.
A 4-speed or something?
It's a manual. Come
It's a
on.
1-speed.
It doesn't even have a model. It's just
They
2000.
have no idea what the hell they have.
It's zero speed
This is a
because the
fucking
timing
Daewoo.
belt snapped.
Low miles. I know what I have.
Thanks to Ryan Bracken for the listings.
Oh, what a find! All right.
Who was on their marketing team back in the 2000s? What
Nobody.
do we call it?
Daewoo.
Daewoo.
Yeah, we just keep calling the same thing over and over again. People will end up buying it.
They're all Daewoo.
They're all
no, we
Daewoo.
have to add a
Daewoo.
differed model for
It
each
was-
car. No,
it was-
Daewoo.
Daewoo.
It was named by Ric Flair.
People buy this car and they'll buy our microwaves, guarantee it.
You got a package deal.
Okay, let's go into projects.
Okay, projects. Thanks, VJ, for
Um,
always finding the most ridiculous shit.
I'll
That's
keep
right.
mine really fast. My 280 Ti, I think I'm probably just gonna sell it because I just
Oh yeah, you texted me. I forgot about that. You texted
Yeah,
me this
I
week. You
just-
have somebody that might be interested.
this guy. Yeah, his name is Justin. He's bought my 280E in the same color combination, same exact motor, a long time ago, and he's expressed interest in the wagon. And to be honest, I don't really have any passion to finish the restoration, and it's running really well, and it's driving really well. So
Yeah.
I figured I'd just get rid of it at this point. I kind of want to get
It's a
something
big
else anyway.
hassle to get off of your plate.
Yeah, it's more of, it's the hassle. I kind of just don't care anymore. So that's the project. If you know anyone that wants a Mercedes wagon that is pretty good, let me know.
And
I'll
with a
get it to you.
cool
Good-
Euro motor.
Yeah, good price for a wagon. So
Sean, what's up with you and the Mercedes and the Datsun?
So Mercedes, for those that don't know, 73 450 Mercedes SLC that we're doing an LS swap on. We got the exhaust is done, as well as the cooling is done. So
Those
that's
are engines in and everything.
that's all finished. So we're just waiting on some more wiring. And one simple thing we forgot were the plugs
Spark plugs?
and the wires for it.
Yeah,
So we're ordering all that.
Easy
stuff
to
this
overlook
week.
that, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's again, hopefully that'll be done by the end of the year, early next year.
I can't wait to see that car. I've literally been waiting to see it since I met you.
So I'm also thinking about something crazy on that because it's it's got the old original paint on it, which is nothing special. So
Hentai livery.
If we have a cool idea for maybe making that kind of the art car.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
That'd be kinda
you
cool.
want to paint an R107? That'd be a good one.
That'd be
I want
cool.
to see what shape it is. Is it like a hammer?
It's an SLC. So
It's the coupe version of the
Yeah,
of the R109 car here.
yeah.
I'm not
But it's
big
got
into.
it,
Okay, yeah, this is cool. Yeah. Oh, nice.
not that one.
No, that's
that
not.
one.
Pick an
that's
SLC.
the-
It's that shape, but it's a little longer.
It's got the louvers in the rear window, right?
No,
Here.
there's no louvers.
like that.
Is that an
Like
SLC?
that
That
one
looks
there.
like
That's an
an
SLC though.
an
Yeah,
SLC.
that's an
That one
SLC.
there, yeah.
That's a
Don't,
bad.
don't some people this is what I'm talking about. Don't they
Yeah.
have like little like window?
Yeah, but I
louvers?
think
Yes.
those are
Yeah,
not.
so this will, we can do some
I think it
geometry.
was a factory thing.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool if it was. I didn't know that.
I've seen that on
We can do
almost
a
every
lot of
SLC.
geometric shapes. around
Yeah,
that.
that'd be really cool to do an R
like
car
a
with.
trippy
Yeah.
80s.
Something
Yeah.
Bertoni.
Yeah.
Especially with that motor in it. That'd be great. That's a
Is
good
this a
idea.
Bruno Sacco car? Do you know?
I don't know if it's a soccer car.
I don't think that it's a Sacco car, but I'm not sure.
So we'll see. Well, it'd be cool if we could maybe. It'd be a good
Designer
for
Joseph
Car Week or something.
Yeah.
XYZ Frederick Geiger.
Yeah. XYZ. Cool. And the Z.
Z.
Just waiting for its motor to be put in.
Just waiting for the motor to be put in. Or ordered a clutch for it, so it'll be a pretty nice, aggressive street clutch for it
Sweet.
through Jim Wolf.
Okay.
Yeah, so talked with them. They shipped it. Pretty cool. I talked to them on Thursday, and had the clutch on Saturday.
Wow.
Go figure. Yeah.
That's probably the fastest turnaround you've ever seen on anything in that car.
They were like, "Yeah, let me just get rid of it. Here you go."
Yeah.
That's
Cool.
super fast, yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, you kind of have the most exciting project updates right now, by far.
No, I have something more exciting.
I don't have anything.
I'm building an F1 car.
Whoa.
Just kidding.
You taking a book out of Adrian Newey's.
Yeah, although it's made out of paper and it'll be 1:18.
So it's a 60s F1 car.
Yeah. Like 2 years ago, I
More or
made
less.
a model of a McLaren MP4/4. Now I'm building a Lotus, classic Lotus,
Okay.
out of paper.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
I don't have any project updates. I
That's
don't
fine.
think.
That's fine. Some weeks you
I
don't.
drove. Well, actually, I guess I do.
Oh, wait, with paper.
Yeah.
It's a model. It's a 118 model or something like that. I think the first time since I even bought the car, when it still had its ADA, the 2.7 ADA motor in it, I took my E30 out for like a spirited drive. I mean, I had driven the car like fairly long distance, but I'd never really gone on like a fun drive, in a canyon with it. And I took it out last weekend with two of my friends from like high school, and it was so much fun. I went out to Mines with them. We went out and back, and yeah, it was great. It was fun to actually like get the car anywhere near its limits, and you don't really have to like rev that car out. You can kind of stay between 3 and 5.
Yeah, M20s have torque.
The mid range is amazing on that car.
That's all they're for.
I just swapped my diff to a shorter gear, and it made a huge difference. They had a ton of fun. One of the guys is like a massive Porsche nut. He has a Cayman, and he's buying a 997.2, and I think he's like more of a modern car guy who hasn't really dabbled that much in older cars. And like midway, we swapped cars, and he was like, "I don't know if I can drive it." And I was like, "It's a car. It drives like a normal car." And he had a ton of fun in it. So yeah, that was exciting for me to actually drive the car, and it didn't have any issues, which is crazy.
I'd probably say this is my favorite time of the year to drive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's still, you know, it's cool outside.
Yeah.
Cars run great.
And there's
Cars
not
not
that many
overheating,
people
yeah.
on the road in the early morning. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like people sleep in a little bit more in the winters.
Yeah, it's more cozy, so they don't want
on Sundays and Saturdays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lighting is good if you want to go out and, you know, with the overcast and sneak a little pick out.
Yeah.
Good.
I had such a fun time. And Mines is great because everybody that drives out there is like ridiculously respectful. So if you're going faster than them, they just pull off at a turnout, and they pull back on and let you pass.
Nobody wants to die.
No.
No, on that road. Yeah, no, on that road.
Yeah, that was probably the most fun like voluntary car activity I've done in I don't know how long.
Yeah.
I don't know the last time I like went out just for a drive to enjoy one of my cars. You know, it was nice.
Showbiz, man. Showbiz.
Yeah,
Literally.
it was really fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sean, you've got to drive that car because I feel like you'd like it.
Anytime, bro.
Okay, so this is the next segment that I've come up with.
Speaking of shitty
Yeah,
cars that are hand built.
so earlier this week, Sean sent the Vault group chat a C8 Corvette that was, I guess,
Some Italian
rebodied
company
by
is
some random
bodying it.
Italian company. I've provided the link if anyone wants to take a look at it.
That's original.
Yeah, right.
So this is the C8.
It actually is pretty striking looking.
Rebodied.
It's giving like Ferrari.
Or like Gordon Murray T50.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
250 for sure.
it's interesting, you know. It definitely is.
Yeah.
But that got me thinking about
Or like
kit
a little
cars
bit
and-
like an AMG 1 Mercedes.
Yeah,
you know?
the front.
Yeah.
With the silver in the front end. Yeah.
Is that front end? The Hennessy's, are they pretty
Yeah.
close to
It
that
looks
too?
kind of like one of the newer
Yeah.
Hennessy cars.
Yeah.
Koenigsegg.
I think it's pretty striking. I mean, for a rebodied car, it looks like they've done quite a
It
lot more
looks-
than just like new body
It
panels.
looks AI generated.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty impressive looking.
Looks like they take it down to like just the drivetrain.
Yeah, right.
There's something else.
Oh, look, go back to that Bentley. That Bentley looks really nice. No, that one.
Is that
It's a Mulsanne coupe.
So it's a Mulsanne coupe bodied by them, which that looks great.
Oh, cool. I mean, I think the C8 body looks pretty cool.
Yeah. So for those wondering,
For
the
a kit
company
car,
is called
I mean,
Ares,
geez.
ARES, and it's their C8
Must be
Corvette
just a
rendition.
render, right?
I
is
don't
that a
know.
Pantera? What is that? A
I
Pantera?
don't
Oh,
know. It doesn't
nice.
look like a render. It looks like studio photos. Right? The surfaces look way too, like, not fake.
Yeah. Yeah, they actually improved
I mean,
improved the Corvette.
Oh, yeah. I've always thought the C8 looked a little bit funky.
Yeah. It's too high.
And it's kind of cool to see it with gold wings. I
Yeah.
like
Well,
it.
anyway, Sean sent us this, and I thought it'd be cool to talk about what our favorite kit car or like rebodied car is
Yep.
from our lives, you know, just from experience and stuff.
Yeah.
So if you know, who wants to go first?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's fair to call it I guess rebody is the right word for this. I think I'd make a lot of enemies by calling Zagato a kit kit
I mean, it's definitely a
manufacturer.
car it's definitely rebodied.
But it's a rebodied,
Coach
yeah,
built.
design house thing.
Coach built.
Yeah, right. The only difference between Coach built and Myers Manx is the marketing. I was thinking immediately when I saw this question, the Zagato 550 Porsches. I think the 550 is already like such an iconic car. The Zagato is a Zagato version of it, so why isn't, why not?
Nice.
Something that pulls at my heartstrings a little more is like all of the Hammer cars. I'd say like pretty much any Hammer Mercedes. is like top of the list in my book
Hot stuff.
in terms of rebodied and rebuilt.
Cocaine hammer.
Yeah, the cocaine hammer. Yeah, those would be my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll add to the coach build list with a couple of options. So
Oh, good
one's
choice.
one's the Alfa Romeo Disco Volante,
There's
which
a guy
I
locally that has one in blue over tan.
wow, that's insane. So that's like I first saw this car in Top Gear, the original Top Gear, where Jeremy Clarkson did like a love letter to this car.
Yeah.
So it's based on a Alfa Romeo 8C, which already is like an amazing looking car.
Yeah.
And has the most beautiful sounding V8 as well, the engine. And they put like gorgeous, like, I don't know what era is. It's definitely pre-war Bugatti's sort of like flowing, sweeping, flying saucer sort of a shape.
Well, the Disco Volante was actually an Alfa Romeo that existed in the past, and so
Yep.
a lot of the lines are pulled from the Disco
from a
Volante.
pre-war inspired design. So yeah, it
Was it
looks,
pre-war? Was the Disco was like 50s, wasn't it?
maybe. Yeah, the name itself
It
is
literally
like
means
war.
flying saucer, right?
Yeah, the
I think
name
this was
itself.
a 50s.
This looks.
That's the original Disco Volante,
Yeah,
which was 52.
So cool.
it's
Yeah.
a flying saucer.
It's like crazy. This era, the 50s and early 60s, loved that like kind of aerospace wide body over tire. C2 Corvette kind of has a similar look from the front end, you know, where
Yep.
the arches kind of fold over.
Yeah, even the Jaguar
great
E-Type.
Yeah,
E-Type has
yeah,
that.
and the 2000 GT.
That's a beautiful car from the front.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so crazy looking.
Yeah.
It's like it reminds me a little bit of some of the Bugattis too of the era. Here's the coupe.
That's the new Disco Volante at the bottom.
pretty cool.
Wow, so
That's cool.
voluptuous. Like that's the new one, I think.
Yeah, they're incredible. There's
Yeah.
a guy that brings his to Car Week every year that lives in the Bay Area.
So they painted gold first, and then they painted red on top of that. So it looks so rich and like
Yeah.
extremely,
yeah, that's
beautiful.
a good choice.
and the wheels and everything. Yeah, it's got that classical beauty.
Okay, and the other one.
Zagato Superleggera, yeah. I think they also did a shooting brake version of the
Yeah, they
Aston
did.
Martin Zagato,
Yeah,
based off of the DB12 maybe, I believe. Shooting brake, so that was absolutely amazing.
yeah, so cool. I'm in
The
for
red one and the,
Yeah. those are nice.
anything shooting brake.
Yeah.
yep,
So cool.
Yeah, it looks great.
Very Zagato.
yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely tell it's a Zagato.
no comments. No
Yeah.
notes. No notes. 10 on 10.
All right, Joe, what do you got?
So I went also back to Top Gear when they tested a Stratos kit car. The
Oh, I
official-
remember this because when I saw this,
It's gonna play a video.
I spent like weeks looking into how much it would cost to
yeah,
buy one of
the
these.
company is called Hawk, and it's the
Yeah.
Hawk HF. It's basically a Lancia Stratos kit car.
So
you can get a
cool.
4-cylinder from a Fiat or an Alfa Romeo
Those sound good.
3-liter.
Yeah. They sound
Yeah.
good, yeah.
So, during the time of filming, this was 13,000 pounds. Obviously, it's definitely more now. Probably more like a $50,000 kit car now. But
Yep. Nice.
I just remember I remember the video. I remember
Yeah.
it being like a great.
I forgot
video.
about that.
So that would be my pick. If you've seen Top Gear, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Also, special mention to the Eagle Speedster.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
millions of dollars for
Yeah.
that build. They
Yeah.
convert a Jaguar
I mean,
E-Type
you might as well just buy an
into
E-Type.
E-Type, but made even more aerodynamic.
Yeah. Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah.
And Sean, do you have any kit cars?
You got a
you
kit
think,
car that jumps to mind?
besides the?
Well, you guys may laugh at me, but I'm gonna keep it real with the kit cards.
Oh,
and
no.
Turn my fancy back.
Fiero
in the day.
time. Are you gonna say Fiero?
Fiero
Dude, man,
Testarossa.
come on, a Fiero with
A
a,
Fiero.
Testarossa kit.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
You guys, dude. You guys are
if I saw
like,
that one coming down the road, then
right? Come on, man.
I'd look for a few minutes for sure. I'd look
You
like
guys are selling dreams. I'm selling reality.
Yeah.
man. And the reality was the Fiero.
I like a Honda Civic, which is converted into a Bugatti.
Oh,
Way
You
wrong.
ever see the guy that built like a Countach
put
bicycle?
4 Honda
He
motors
built a
together.
Countach body and then made it pedal power.
That's awesome.
Love it.
Okay, so that does it for that. And then so on this week's scenario, I went into because I had a cold when I wrote this, so I was thinking about pandemic.
Joe was in the trenches.
I don't have COVID, by the way. It was just a cold. But anyway, the scenario is a pandemic 15 times more deadly than the COVID springs up. All the moms of the world are fighting to the death at Safeway level shit. So like crazy
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
You know?
There's no more toilet paper.
No more toilet paper.
No
The
more
meat,
hand
you can only get
sanitizer.
one meat instead of 7.
Yeah.
Infrastructure is still intact, but it's a slightly less, infrastructure-y than when peak COVID was happening.
Yeah, so supply chain is slower than that.
It's much slower. You decide that you're not dealing with it anymore, and you decide to take your car into the wilderness to hunt and live there until the storm subsides. You have $50,000 to buy an outfitted car to live in for an unforeseen amount of time. So there's 3 questions. What car are you buying? Or what car are you taking that you already have? And that is included in the budget. 2, what are you doing to modify it for living long periods of time in while staying within the budget? And 3, where are you planning to pitch a home base?
Oh, dude, I already got this on
this
lock.
is done. Mine is done.
On
Okay,
lock.
mine is done.
I'm taking
yours?
the Ram van that I put up earlier on my marketplace findings, $5,500. I'm putting like 20 grand into suspension and like gray water accumulation, that kind of stuff.
Auxiliary power.
Yeah, all that, everything like that. Retrofitting all of it, getting myself a little stove top, all that kind of stuff. I would like to get some solar panels, and then some hookups if I need to stop at a campsite. And I'm probably gonna go up to like the Trinity Alps kind of area in Northern California, or if that's getting too crazy and there's too many bears and shit, I'll go up to Crescent River, or Crescent City, up on the Smith River at the California-Oregon border. And I'm going to be living in my shag carpet. That's my answer. And for 50 grand, man, that thing will be sick.
Yeah, it would be pretty built. You'd have $45,000 to build it.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're making it too difficult. So
Sean's like,
what
I'm
if
putting
I
wheels on
told
my
you-
warehouse.
What if I told you that 50 grand? I probably only need about 5 of that,
Yeah, what do you got?
maybe 10, maybe 10, and
it
the
a
rest
caravan?
of it is I don't do drugs. But just because I have 40,000,
Yeah.
and the world's going to end, I'm just going to spend the $40,000 on just a lot of drugs.
Yeah, just to like experience.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill you.
Because you
with
might
this.
die.
I'm gonna kill you with this one.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Everybody doubted this car, but you know what? They were ahead of their time.
So
Aztec,
everything-
Aztec,
It was
Aztec.
built for things like this.
Aztec.
The Pontiac Aztec,
Yes,
baby.
I knew it.
Let's go.
I know.
It comes with a tent. It
The
comes with a
second
tent.
you said everybody doubted it, I was like, Aztec time, baby.
all the Aztec owners are like, look who's left for me. I have a freaking tent in the back.
There's a version which has a tent as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the original marketing brochure was like had all these like modularity
Life utility
hacks.
vehicles.
And, yeah, that's a good choice. You can get an Aztec for free, dude. Just find anybody with an Aztec and take it off their hands.
Oh wow, that's a good one. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
really good.
great choice. I am meeting you with my Ram van and some forest somewhere, and we're gonna have a weird car party.
That'd be a great name for a show.
Weird car party. Yeah.
Dance around a bonfire.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I take that back. I'm gonna spend some money just to get like a hitch or something, because I know I'm gonna need a tow at some point. So,
Smart.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Aztec towing capacity is, but yeah.
Not much.
Oh yeah, I'd probably have to like do a big diesel swap on the Ram.
No, the V8 can handle it. It'd just be slow.
Yeah, but if I want to tow or anything like that, it'd just be nice to have a big diesel.
Yeah. it'd be
And like
better.
the California DMV ain't gonna be looking for like registration or anything like that.
Not at that point. Not at this
No.
point. Yeah.
We're chilling.
Yeah. I'm probably
Good
buying
point.
like a 2006 Lexus GX,
Oh yeah,
taking out everything but the front seat,
That's good.
and then
make it center seat.
Yeah.
Monoposto.
Making a McLaren GX, GX F1.
You put Allie in the right one, and then Ivy, your dog, in the left one.
Yeah, I mean, in the world, Ivy's probably dead already. So it's probably
No, dude,
Ivy's
you
dumbass.
need a canine companion
dog
in
is
that
still-
one.
the
Ivy, it's
dog
only
is-
organic food, so that's
Yeah,
all.
yeah,
That
that's
dog's
true.
stupid. That dog would die immediately. But I probably put a lot of money into like auxiliary tanks, making sure this thing is rugged.
Crypto,
Crypto, buy a lot of
NFTs.
crypto,
You should mine. Keep
buy
mining.
some seeds.
Keep mining.
I'll be buying crypto in the trunk.
Yeah.
Get some. What is that? What is that? The Tesla internet, Starlink.
Oh, yeah,
but anyway, I
Starlink.
probably would go to like I don't know. I don't camp a lot, so like somewhere in Montana seems like luscious enough.
Got to think about winter.
I,
Montana's cold,
yeah,
man.
okay, let's see. Let's go to
That's why I said Northern California.
Yeah, but Northern California gets some snow too, though. You know.
Yeah, but not like Montana. Come on, you ever heard of Montana?
No, I don't. I don't know. So
Montana
I'll pick
is
somewhere in
basically
Northern
Canada.
California so that I could go to your weird car party.
Yeah, that's true. Wait, sorry, can you say this for the DOJ real quick? You've never heard of Montana?
I have no idea what Montana is. I don't recognize Montana as a state. But yeah, Northern California. I just would find somewhere in Northern California so I can go to your guys' weird car party.
Yeah,
'Cause that sounds fun. In the other world, that'd be where I would want to go out.
yeah,
Come
yeah.
on, man, come to my tent.
Come to my weird car party
It'd be like Burning Man for just weirdo car people.
for Ram vans and Aztecs.
VJ, what did you choose?
So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but a year-old Mercedes EQS electric cars, they've depreciated by more than 50%.
Where are you gonna charge that?
Really?
No, let me tell you. Like in 1 year, they've depreciated. In 1 year, they've depreciated more than 50%. So if you bought a $175,000 EQS, it's worth around $70,000 now.
That's like every Mercedes.
I wait
true.
5 more months and they'll drop under 50. So they'll be like $45,000, and I'll buy a diesel generator for the rest. Like rest of the
You got a hybrid. Man's got a hybrid.
So I live in the lap.
You
of
just
luxury.
put the diesel in the trunk.
Yeah, I live in the lap of luxury in a Mercedes EQS charged by a diesel generator.
You're gonna come to our party. We're gonna still say your car still sucks.
It's not. Yeah.
You're welcome to come to the weird car party. I mean, eggs are welcome.
It's gonna be like Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond, James Smith. I'm gonna roll in a Mercedes EQS with a diesel generator. I'm sure I can tow a lot with that electric torque.
Yeah.
Oh,
My car
for
would
sure.
be that one car in the back that
And
no one
it's
wants
got that bouncing
it always
suspension
works.
mod as well.
Oh, that's great for
Oh,
the.
you can crab walk or whatever that's
yeah, that's
called,
really
right?
good for the apocalypse. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Those
Like,
things are just sitting on like lots
Because they're ugly and horrible.
and
They're
dealers,
horrible.
Yeah.
dealers are just like giving it away.
I detail a few of them, and they're truly awful.
Wow.
Mercedes
Truly,
forgot
they're
how to make
horrible.
it.
How long
EQS
until
are so
Mercedes
bad.
makes an offer to
Amazing
buy
cars.
Lucid?
I could see that happening.
I see it.
I could see that.
If I were Mercedes, I would be
But they're
trying
like
to buy
mostly
Lucid every fucking day.
I put
Yeah,
a Maybach
yeah.
sticker on that so quick.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah. That could be the new S class.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That-
I mean,
that would-
it is.
No,
It
it's-
already is the new S
No,
class.
it is the new S Class plus the Taycan
Yeah.
plus a Jaguar combined. Like
Yeah.
Their
all that.
EQSs, their EQ, all of it is so bad. Their EQB, the cheap one.
It is really
is
sad
okay.
to see like
But
the
EQS,
downfall
the
of
EQGs,
Mercedes.
all that stuff, so bad.
So their packaging is so bad. There's no frunk in an electric car.
Yeah, I saw that. I remember.
Yeah,
It's like
they
they're,
put
they're
one bag.
sucking. They're sucking. All their cars are sucking.
Yeah.
Besides maybe some of the SL or something. But
Yeah.
they need Socko.
Anyway, if
yeah,
you
bring
want
them back.
They need
if you want
Socko.
if you want some massage seats, just hit me up.
Yeah.
Okay, you can go to the car party.
The weird car party.
You can go to the weird car party.
So I think
That was a really good scenario.
that's it.
That was a fun one.
Yeah, that was good.
Well, anyway,
Sweet.
on that bombshell,
And I
come
guess,
to our weird car party. I really want to do
Come
an
on,
event
guys.
called Weird Car Party.
I
now.
think next year we'll have a cocktail party at the Vault HQ. We'll call it the Weird Car Party.
I
And
love
only weird
Yeah,
like
only really weird,
Aztecs, Range Rover Evoque convertibles,
Just
all that
weird
stuff.
shit,
Just
yeah.
show up.
Bro,
That's a really
that
good
means
idea.
we got a lot of weird people.
Murano Cross Cabriolet.
That's fun. That'd be fun though.
No, but
No.
like the people, the
for a
normal
few
people
hours.
love to
Hey.
come watch
make
the
fun.
weird
Yeah.
people.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's like a
It's great people
zoo.
watching.
Yeah.
It's like a zoo.
It's like a zoo for Aztecs.
Yeah. Bring your
Geoprecision.
Megan's
No,
Law
more for
passes.
like Aztec owners.
EQSs. That'd be great to have EQSs and Aztecs in the same event.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
Megan's Law party.
All right,
Same
tune
thing.
in next time for details on the Weird Car Party.
This is not consumer advice.
Bye.
See ya.
See you later.